Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? A gracious good morning, good people. It's your girl KB. You know what I do and you know why I do it. It is Tuesday morning. It's April 7th and it is 2:46 in the a.m. I want to share some lyrics with you and then I'm going to get into what I want to talk about. Notice how I said what I want to talk about. Some people have decided that they want to dictate what I talk about. I'm going to be nice this morning. I'm not going to be spicy nice. I'm just going to be nice and say, excuse me. Move to a different page. Okay. See, that was me being nice. Okay, so the lyrics go. It's a secret society. All we ask is trust. And that line is repeated. All we ask is trust. All we got is us. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. Now, coworker hit me to Kendrick. And then I fell deep in love with the poetic genius that is Kendrick Lamar during the Super Bowl halftime show that got everybody's draws in a bunch. The man is deep. And the problem with deep thinking is, you feel isolated at times and depression kicks in. And I want to tell you that any good comedian or any good poet will tell you this is the case. You're so lost in your thoughts, and at times your thoughts are overwhelming and dark, that you need help to be pulled out of them. Hence, loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. I share it with you guys that my degree is in humanities with an emphasis on creative writing. So I understand, not on the line of genius that is Kendrick Lamar, but I understand his process. And I even want to give Ye his props. Ye is deep, but Ye won't stay consistent with the help that he needs. He has several things going on with and for him. And I'm not going to rule out the TBI. And for those of you who are not familiar with medical terminology, traumatic brain injury. My man was in a very vicious car accident. So being rattled about and having these deep thoughts, it caused problems. I want to say Tupac suffered from the same thing, having deep thoughts, that weren't welcomed by the mainstream. And in the business world, especially in the line of business that these gentlemen are in, they definitely need loyalty, loyalty, loyalty. But I'm going to bring it to, the you and I world where fame is not an issue. Fame doesn't feed, the demons, if you will. I'm all for loyalty. I recognize loyalty, and I'm loyal to a fault. And I say that because, having a big heart gets you abused. So you develop a tough exterior as you try to determine who to let in. You know, your guard is always up. You're always filtering. You're hypervigilant, which are all signs of PTSD. But when you do find that loyal person, you know, you hold on to that individual. Now, the rest of the world may be dogging you and, you know, the loyal individual out based on how you support one another. That's another thing that is problematic. But don't let that deter you from, you know, hanging on to that special someone. And there's an art to hanging on to that special someone. And I'm not talking about romantic special someone. I'm talking about that phileo, that friendly love, that I got your back, bruh, kind of love. See, we get this twisted. The eros part of any kind of relationship, I'm not going to say any kind, the eros part of the romantic relationship is the easy part. That's a matter of chemistry and biology. The phileo, ride or die, that's rooted in the loyalty and the aspects of loyalty. Now, anybody that knows me, who has interacted with me as a friend, knows that about me. I am ride or die. If I can, I'm there, and I'm there, you know, ready to knuck if I have to, you know. And if I can't be there, you know I got you behind the scenes. You know, if there's some movement, some phone calls, or whatever to be done, I'm doing it until it's finished, until you're calling it complete and accomplished. And that's real talk. Some of us don't know what loyalty is. Or some of us give lip service to it, and we're loyal until it no longer benefits us, or until it gets a bit uncomfortable. You know, when the outside world starts to intrude on and expect some things out of that loyalty, we're gone. You know, loyalty is often taxed, tried and taxed. Do you have what it takes to stand flat-footed and, you know, to take some of the blows? Like when you're covering somebody in a fight, that's the analogy that I'm familiar with, y'all. When you're covering them, you're protecting them, you're going to absorb some of those blows. Do you have what it takes to do that? You know, test your character before you examine somebody else's.